Before I'm going to start actually filming the video, I just wanted to show you this cat. I hope you can see. These are his hind legs. Oh, what? I'm filming you. I just bought him this nest the other day because he kept sitting on my chair, and so I always had to grab a dining room chair. So yeah, he loves this. He moved out of the house into this nest. This is his new address. The nest on the cat tree at Simone's house. So if you want to ride to Maui, that's the new address you've got to use. Hello, it's Simone. I hope you liked that clip of Maui. Today is, I don't even know, day 10 of 30 inks, 30 days in September 2023. And these are all the pens that are still inked. This and this are not from this this round. So we have 9 pens and 7 are still inked, as you can see. 9 days, 7 are still inked. 2, one I already sent back, that was day 5. And the other one was day 2. That one completely emptied itself out into the cap, which was a bummer. I would have loved to try and write with it more, but I don't really know what exactly happened. So I have 7 of the 9 pens still inked. I haven't written with them, have I? I wrote a letter with them, which was enjoyable. I have journaled with this one now too, with all of those. So that's cool. Why am I talking about this? Yes, I remember. I wanted to show you, this is a pen show purchase, which is the 10 slot pen case from Galen Leather. And I bought that at the Venice table. This is one of their new colors. I was really eyeing the turquoise teal color that they have. And when I went there on Saturday, it was still there. But when I decided I would buy one on Sunday before I left the show, none of them, there was, I think, 3 10-slot pen cases left. One of them was this one. I had been eyeing with one of those 10-slot pen cases for a while. And then before I left, I was like, why don't I just go get the cool color, the new color? And then it was not there. They had 3 left. The Crazy Horse Brown, which I have in a 20 case. They had the Natural Leather, and then this one, Antique Lace, Antique Rose something. This is normally not my color, but somehow I just said, okay, I'll take this one. I bought it. I didn't think much about it. And now I really love this. I love how smooth this leather feels. It feels, not sure if this is because there's pens in here. Let me close this up. It's not, the Benus don't really fare well in here. They're really fat. And if you have one here and then another pen on the other side, it's really thick. No, this is different. This one feels very skinny. Can you see the indentations here? It feels harder, stiffer, drier maybe. This one feels very smooth. Yeah, and then my friend Nadia gave this to me, not as a present, as a loaner, so I could test out how this pen roll feels. And I thought, why don't I just put them over here? Because even though I really like this, I also want to try and use this. And so it's day 10 and it is time for a new pen. Well, if I'm putting all the pens in here, then I'm not putting the new pens in here. I should have thought. But I'm just going to fill this right now. And then I'm going to take them back out and start filling this up with some of the pens that I'm filling. Why am I talking about this even 4 minutes in? I haven't even picked an ink yet. This just came, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Van Ness House artist. That's not true. probably a friend of them that has been doing some designs. I think there's stickers on their website up by this artist as well. Made this in 2019. They did a collaboration with Rickshaw and Vanessa, and now this is a re-release. It sold out immediately, and now they have it back. And I really like the design, and I'm looking forward to testing this out. 6 pens is normally not what I ink up, but maybe that is going to change. I know that Rickshaw sells these with more even. I think you can request however many you would like. I just recently saw on someone's video, if I remember who that was, I will link it in the description box below. They had 12, which didn't feel or seem humongous as I had thought it would be. So yeah, that's the 6 pen roll. And now let's move into the actual video. Sorry, I went on a tangent. I was not filming for 4 days in a row, and so maybe I just need pen friends to talk to. The way I am doing my 30 inks 30 days is I have pre-selected the inks that I want to use this month, because I don't want to use an ink that I'm not excited about. I will think about those at a later date. Maybe they just need to leave my place without being in a fountain pen ever. Then I put them on these papers, cut them up, folded them, put them in here. Now I'm shaking it up. I'm picking an ink color, and this is Cat. That is a sample that I received from my friend Sarah from Ginger Peachy Pens. This is a shimmer ink, and now I don't know how to... I'm actually really looking forward. I have inked up one of the pens that I purchased at the San Francisco Pen Show, but I am really scared to put a shimmer ink, or for that matter, one of those really dry chromo shading inks into as the first experience of the pen. So now I'm a little bit bummed that I cannot ink this up again. My first glance was to this one. Maybe I should just go with my gut feeling. I haven't used this in a while, I think. I'm not even sure. And I put all of the pens. Originally I only had all of my TWSBIs in here, but this was super risky having the pens in these, you know, like right here you can fit a pen still, and then here, but that was too risky. One of them fell on the floor, so I decided, why don't I do this and then have the other pens just in this pen case with the TWSBIs, so that I can keep them safe. Did you watch or listen to the Pencast, the Goulet Pen Show, Goulet Pencast? That came out on September 1st. They had an interview with Mark from Rickshaw on there, and I really liked his... For me, these Rickshaw pen cases are more a means of transportation, or keep all the pens safe that I have currently inked. But he was also talking about, you know, if you protect your pens, then you keep the value. And I know that I'm not the most, the person who keeps their pens super safe all the time. If I want to, if I'm not sure, especially when I get a new pen, if I'm not sure how that pen is going to feel for me if I'm going to keep it, if I like it, then maybe I need to be more mindful about that. And I could use one of those for that. So instead of only putting them into these pen cases, I could do that too. So I told you that I haven't done this in a couple of days, and I have no idea how I'm usually doing this. I need a paintbrush. So 10, we are at day 10. Look, I traced more of the numbers, and guess what happened? I think my camera here. 14, and then I went straight to 17. So now I have double numbers all the way through 18. Yay, I'm a winner. Okay, I had to grab some water, and now I'm shaking this up. This looks like there's more shimmer than ink in here. It also coats the outside of the vial pretty well, so I'm a bit... does this mean this is quite a saturated ink? It looks like it, at least. So I'm out of breath. I think the reason why I need to chat so much right now is because I just watched Karina from Karina Loves to Plan video recap of the San Francisco Pen Show. And she talked about the high that she will be riding on since for a long time after the show. And I feel the same way. And because it's like she recalled for me all the things that were so amazing. Maybe I'm back into that extremely frenzy feeling that I had when I was at the show. It's a mixture of exhaustion, excitement, overstimulation. I don't know how to describe it, but it was so fun, so good. The best thing about the pen show, besides buying all the pens and things and spending so much money, was seeing people. And even if I have never talked to them, like I might have talked to them in writing before the show, or like just on a Discord server or something like that. But even if I haven't really ever actually talked to them in real life, there was no like awkward moments. You were able to talk to everyone without it feeling weird. And that's like the best thing for me. I'm always at parties, I'm the person who listens to everyone else talk and just let the whole thing wash over me, because I'm too... If I've got my sentence together that I want to say, people have already moved to the next topic. It's weird. Maybe that's because English is not my native language. Or, yeah, I don't know. So, this is 10. I'm almost done. Okay, it's 6 o'clock.
This is a reminder. Feed the cats.
Roxy, if you're watching this is one of those coping mechanisms, coping strategies that I have and that I always use in order to get things done and in order to not forget all the things all the time. I use my Alexa and the reminders a ton. I set myself alarms. I set timers for the laundry because I will forget if I don't. Things like that help me survive. I put in my digital planner, if I need to go somewhere after work, I write it there. Maybe I don't need it as a reference, but the act of creating an appointment for right after work is the thing that keeps me going. That makes it like implant in my head. So I most likely will not forget. And then I also, on my phone, it will tell me if I like the driving directions to my next appointment. So that's helpful. Wow, that worked. Not at all. Let's try this one more time. So that's one of the really big things. I put in, I write everything down that I need to do. And I outsourced to my husband all the things that I'm not at all good at. That's one of the coping strategies. Yeah. And I give myself grace too. You know? If I think of more, oh yes, the one thing that has worked really well for me, and I struggled with this so much when my kids were younger, making food. So I would remember, oh, okay, it's such and such time. I need to start making dinner. So I go to the kitchen, I start making dinner, then I think of something, and then I walk away. And then I do the thing that I just thought of, and then I have completely forgotten that I was making dinner. The onion is half cut, nothing else is left, and it's already like 10 minutes before dinner time. That was something that I struggled with so bad. Unbelievable. So what I started doing is two things. First of all, I bring pen and paper to the kitchen so I can write everything down that I think of while I'm making food. And the other thing is I bring something to watch. So I usually bring YouTube and I set it up right in front of me. And my kids are always like, when I say, yeah, you have your screens in front of you all the time. You need to do something. They're like, you're watching YouTube all the time. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not doing things. I'm just making myself stay in the kitchen and making you food. That really helps a lot with staying at a specific place and not walking away. Okay, so totally, this is going to be a very long video and it's totally off topic most of the time. The ink is Colorverse. Oh, sorry. My glasses just bumped the iPhone holder. Cat. If you are filming YouTube videos, do you have the canvas lamp? I am thinking of maybe verse. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I cannot talk and write at the same time. Colorverse is not the correct thing. This is a Pilot Custom 74 with a medium nib. And this is definitely one of my all-time favorite pens of all times. Yeah, if you have that lamp, let me know, because I'm super curious if you use it for filming. I'm thinking of maybe budgeting that for in the next 6 months or so. Okay, I am going to transcribe and I will be back with my results later. Okay, friends, I don't know what to say. I upped the exposure a little bit because it's getting darker, and I wanted to film this video or finish this video because, oh my goodness, this was amazing. Like, so floored, and I don't want to forget what I want to say. So here I am. It is 6:40 p.m. and the lighting isn't the greatest. I don't have any artificial lighting that I could use to make this more visible for you. But here, I hope you can see the shimmer. It is right here and right here. As you can see here, there's a tiny bit of red sheen. And I wasn't sure, is this exactly the same ink as I just had on day 8 with Krishna Sailor's Blue, but I'm glad it's on the same side of the page because now we can look at those side by side. This is a green leaning blue, so this is, if I would, this is more leaning towards cyan blue. So this is cold. This is a red leaning blue. You can see that. So my camera gripper thingy is right in the way, so I cannot see if there's actual a difference, but this leans more towards red, so this is more ultramarine. And it is leaning towards red, a warm blue. Now, in the writing, there is a difference as well. Same here. I don't think it's as visible. Well, it is. Okay, I'm lying. I was going to say, of course, if you look at it from afar, this is a blue and this is a blue, period. But if you look at it closer, there is differences for sure. And of course, if you're as obsessed as we are, then you have to make a choice or you use both, but it's not just blue. So I was able to smear twice. I'm not sure why, because the ink dried as fast as the others. The writing experience on the 68 GSM Tomoe River paper was perfect. One of the first and only experiences where I think this Krishna in a Twisty Eco, as well as on the first day, the Ferris wheel press in the Bennu with a broad nib, I didn't notice that the paper was hard. So this was really great. And I'll just read you what I wrote because I think it says it all. I don't really see much shimmer in the writing, but actually I don't mind. If I look really, really closely, I see it a little in the areas with heavier application. Those are the areas right here, here. This color has depth, like a lot of depth. It's legible in any kind. It's not like it's only legible where there is shading, but even though this is such a dark and saturated color, there is some shading. I feel it's super on the border of being sheening or shading. Sometimes it has a hint of red, sometimes it doesn't, and those areas is where you will find some shimmer. Not in this video right now and not with me showing this to you. I turned on the light and I saw some glittery bits and pieces all over. The color has depth, it shades, sheens in some areas, and I love that. The pen is simply amazing, and I haven't found a pen yet that would push it off its throne. This is not correct. Yeah, I would call this my #1 pen. Maybe if I use another one tomorrow, I remember, oh, well, actually, this is my #1 pen, but every ink I put in this, it doesn't matter if it's a shimmer, a sheening ink, even the drier inks work in this pen. I could only have these Pilot Custom 74s and I would probably be happy for the rest of my life, but what's the fun in that? I had a lovely writing experience. The only negative part of this pen is the narrow section. However, love reinvigorated for sure. So I wrote all of this in one sitting and all of this, and then here I noticed this doesn't feel good anymore. But I mean, I wrote 1.5 pages. And that's when I started feeling it. So this was a winner. I'm so excited to film another one tomorrow. But first I will have to prep some of these. I hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, bye.